What's up, guys? This is Daniel Byer. Today we're going to cover concepts on solving the 4x4, building good habits, looking at a really cool opportunity to implement block building and applying that Roo style block building to the 4x4. So the first thing that I notice is that I want to be able to start building edge pairs. So I'm going to go with a wide U and then a wide L to build this half bar and that half bar back to back. Wide U, built the half bar of yellow, a wide L, building the other half bar, F2, wide D prime, U2, and then I'm going to go with a wide R, insert, and then I look for I do my M prime, looking for this edge pair, U prime, wide U prime, R prime, wide U. So that's paired. I see that I could build this pair here with a quick drop and quick swing. B prime R, building that edge pair, actually the corner edge pair. I trigger this because I'm down to the finishing touches of my first block, and I saw it was a really easy building of that. So the next thing is that I see this edge pair, but it's connected to the block rather than being in the last 6 edges. So it's a little bit harder to manipulate, and I see that I have an orange white edge pair here, so I'm probably going to go with like a red D. So rather than trying to manipulate those pieces, I want to see what I can do to get some better cases along the way. So I'm actually going with non-matching blocks, which is a big part of the freedom of the method. So I have my first block and my second block. I recommend that you be able to recognize the CMLL in this manner. So I got my green, and I see that I have a half bar of red, or excuse me, half bar of orange. I'm going to trigger that there, and then drop that down. So notice I have oppositely swapped centers. So right now this should be either this should be red or this should be blue. These are actually wrong relative to the color scheme, but it doesn't matter because I just went for what was at the time easiest, I guess you could say. So the next thing is that I'm glancing around at some different opportunities to finish up the cube. So I see that I've got this edge pair, and I've also got this edge pair. What I'm going to wind up doing is actually going with a tilt, and then a U2 R prime, U2 R, pairing that pair up from the pair that was here is now paired up there. And then I'm going to go ahead solve this pair, this red-green pair with half-turn trigger of R, U2, R prime, which will flip this edge pair. And this will actually turn into a 2-2 swap. It may actually be better, more advantageous. So I'll go ahead and do that. Finishing up the second pair, then I'm going to go ahead and solve. Excuse me, actually it's not, I thought it was going to be a 2-2 swap, maybe glanced at that wrong. So then I want to solve my third pair here to DF, so I do R, U2, R prime, solving that third pair because I had the orange, blue, and orange, blue lined up at DF and UB on the L slice. R, U2, R prime, brought this piece from here down there, pairing them up. So I have 3 pairs, 3 solved pairs, and I have a twisted bow tie and a false bar. So I have 2, 3, 4, and I have twisted. This is twisted, so that means that this is actually relatively good. So I want to go ahead and do there's no parity, so that's great. I want to then be able to do my wide L, U2, L prime, U prime, L, U prime, wide L prime. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my CMLL. And I'm going to do an extra CMLL just because that's fun. So I'm here. 4A, 4B. So now in the 4C, I'm starting to recognize that I had parity and also I had non-matching center. So I want to resolve that kind of together. So I want to solve here and solve there. So now I have oppositely, I can recognize this case. So I'm here. and I can see that I have oppositely swapped centers and also parity and also non-matching blocks. So this looks like, man, what the heck do I do? But really all you have to do is wide U2, slice R2, wide U2, slice L2, U2 only, wide R2.